now. I'm currently in school to be a drug and alcohol counselor. I want to open up a facility generated towards, so when people have addictions, that everybody wants to help the addict. Let's get the addict help. No one takes the time to realize that your child or their child went through that addiction with them. And I want those kids. Let me get those kids, because while your parents are getting better, I want you to get better too. So let me get you. So nothing I went to school for.
Right.
Really?
We got the pool hall shut down.
That was a quick story and a nice.
How?
So over the days that I was there, over weeks and months, a lot of things have happened to where like people were just started fights. One dude cracked another dude upside the head with a pool stick. I think another girl cracked another girl upside the head with a pool stick. Another dude actually hit another dude in the head with a cue ball. But they finally got it shut down because one dude threw a rock through the window, and it, like a really big rock, and it busted somebody in the head, and it caused a really big mass fight that stretched all the way from the pool hall all the way to the girls' dorms, where I don't know if they had different names back then.
In our job corps, at least like 2 to 3 students died, but it was because of heat exhaustion. Like, I know one of the people, they were trying to ask a staff member for water and they weren't giving it to them until they passed out and died, and everybody just kind of got in trouble because I don't know if this was a rule when you were there, but when you're at Gary, you sign a paper where you're not allowed to call 911. So everybody was just like watching their friend die right in front of them, and you were not allowed to call 911. And it was really big. Like, they did a GoFundMe. It was in the news and everything.
I didn't hear that at all.
Everybody signs those papers in the first week, so you're not allowed to call 911 while you're there.
I would have been like, okay, I'm calling 911 to save someone's life. Oh, well, now
Yeah,
what are you
I
going to
would
do?
have called 911 too.
I would have called them. I'm like, yeah, what are you going to do? I'll deal with the consequences later.
I'm sorry to intervene and interject, but yeah, that's what we all signed up for.
Welcome to Let's Talk Job Corps. Tonight, we taking a trip down memory lane. Everybody got a story, so let's talk about it. Welcome to the show, come and tell your story. Job Corps days, all the pain and glory. Good times, hard times, friendships we made. Laughs and lessons that never faded. What was your trade? What was your plan? What did you dream of becoming as a man? When you graduated, where did you go? Are you still in your trade? We wanna know, from the classrooms to the skills we learned, through every challenge and every bridge we burned. Some found careers, some found their way, some found love that still lives today. But somebody at Job Corps started something real, turned into forever, that's a story we feel. Different journeys, different roads we cross, but every experience shows us what we learned in life. Let's talk Job Corps. Tell us what you know. The memories, the stories, and the places that we go. Let's talk Job Corps. Come and join the conversation. Different lives, different stories, one shared experience. So sit back, relax. Bring your memories with you, whether it was the good, the bad, the funny, or the unforgettable. This is your story. Welcome to Let's Talk Job Corps.
Well, I wasn't 21 at the time. I was 17.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Welcome, Yami. I want to welcome Yami. Hi. Welcome.
I was trying to talk on the other one, but it wasn't sending me to the app. I don't know why, but now it let me in.
You're fine. We just having open discussions right now. So whenever you want to chime in, that's good. But Constantine was telling us about the alcohol, so that's all we
Did any of you ever go to CCU?
No, what is that?
So like when I was at Job Corps, CCU is basically like after you complete your trade, you go into like Amtrak or railroad or flight attendant, stuff like that.
Oh, they didn't have that in San Marcos.
No.
Yeah. The Job Corps I went to, we had something like that, and it was like you had advanced training, and then you had like what they call CCU, and you get to like be on the train, CSS, Norfolk, stuff like that. It was pretty
Cool.
dope. I should have went.
They had it in San Marcos when I went.
Okay.
I'm from San Marcos, 2001. What year were you in, Yami?
I went in 2020, I believe it was.
Oh, you were there probably during the pandemic then, right?
I was there January of 2020, and like 3 months in, they were like, y'all gotta go home because COVID happened, and they kicked everybody out.
Oh, I didn't know that happened. So they kicked everybody out at Job Corps?
Not everybody. They let homeless people stay, but also a lot of people still ended up homeless
Wow.
because of that.
I would have been staying there because I would have been homeless about
I
that.
did get to experience Gary during COVID though, and it was awful.
Hey, look, I got to hop off here. I just want to say thank y'all. I love this. Keep the Job Corps dream alive.
Hey,
So
thank you for all your
Thank you for
information.
joining us.
no
Yeah.
problem, no problem. If y'all get back on
Thanks.
here, I'll join again. Y'all have a good night. Thanks
Yeah.
again, y'all.
Good night, bye.
Good
Very
night.
cool. Very cool.
I would say that it was, the funny story is, I think, was it Leslie was talking about, I don't know who was talking about, but weed and getting, or trying to get caught. Was it that you, Nina, you saying about the weed? And I'll just say funny story is that, I gave myself away because I ended up having a friend pee for me in a condom. But when I went to go pop the condom so that I could, fill the cup, it bursted and fell into the toilet. So my friend's urine was gone, and I was like, I had to pee in the cup myself. I knew I was dirty.
Oh, that was me. That I had to pee for people. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't.
so-
Yeah.
So and I had to pee because of my the thing that I had.
See y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us.
So I ended up actually going and giving myself away and telling the director, look, I apologize. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Da, 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 da. It won't happen again. Don't kick me out, because at that time they had zero tolerance for, drugs or alcohol or anything.
Yeah.
And don't you know, when my drug test came back, it came back negative. But they were like, don't even worry about it. And I was like, never again will I ever tell on myself. So that is one lesson that I did learn at Gary Job
Yeah.
Corps.
I like about being in
Dope.
that Job Corps that
For
always
you
reminds
guys,
me. Oh, sorry.
What
has an
happened?
adult ever bought alcohol for you guys in Job Corps?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Wait, when you one of the one people that bought mine? Mr. Grown Man.
You been to my house, and then
He was one of my
yeah.
suppliers.
when I
Oh.
was there with my husband, him at the time he wasn't my husband, but him and a buddy, they just put cigarettes on their ears, and we were
Mhm.
able to get alcohol like that. They thought they were over
They look,
age.
that they look.
That's a good
That
rep. I like
worked.
that.
And that actually worked.
We used to go to parties, and those people bought the alcohol. So we would always show up to these parties, whether it's at the motels or their houses, especially the locals there in Roswell. So we didn't have to buy alcohol.
That's
Wow.
crazy. When I
That's
was there during COVID, we weren't
Talk
allowed
about
to
you.
leave at all. We didn't leave for like a year.
Yeah.
Leave at all?
Yeah, you weren't allowed to leave at all. Like if you left,
Mhm.
so whenever they let us come back from COVID, you had to be in a room for 2 weeks,
Yes, you
stuck
had
in
to
the
be. Yes.
Guadalupe dorm,
Uh-huh.
and then you would just
Yeah.
have to stay there. Like one of my friends left in January, and that's when COVID started getting worse. January of 2021. They didn't
Mhm.
allow her to come back to like 2 to 3 months.
Oh wow.
Were
Everybody
y'all
was
in
stuck
your
in their
own dorm?
dorms.
Because I know at Gary Job Corps you had a lot of roommates. In my case, I had 4 roommates.
Yeah. I
So when
had
that
3.
happened, was it just one person per room?
Well, when I went back, depending on the trade that you were in, you did have more than one roommate, but since I was doing welding, there was only 7 girls in the welding dorm. I mean, in the construction dorm, because there wasn't a lot of girls in construction, so I had my room to myself.
Wow.
But I actually did welding too when I was in San Marcos. Um, but yeah, that was a long time ago, and we didn't have a welding dorm. They just put me
No,
in.
it changed. Like when I first went, it wasn't like that. They would just put you wherever they had spots. I guess they just made it a new thing when we came back.
Oh, for the Rona, yeah, for the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
But it
Rona
was
was
awful. Like you still had to stay, even though you did the 2 weeks in a room, you still had to be 6 feet apart from everyone. You couldn't hug anyone. Like it was awful. If you were depressed, it was just like bad. You couldn't like touch anybody. And the tables at the cafeteria, they had glass like in front of you, plastics where you couldn't sit next to people.
Wow, interesting. Um,
Well, Trump shut it down for like a year. Job Corps shut down for about a year. So a lot of new students who went back or new employees who went back earlier, I want to say last year, it was shut down. And these children had plans. These young adults had plans and they
yeah,
shut it down for no reason. I mean, other than, Doge. I'm not asking
financial.
anybody's personal opinions, but I'm sorry that they felt that section of subtraction of the budget
Yeah,
for whatever reason. And it's not like they paid a shit. I believe my maximum pay was like $34.01.
Yeah, that's what we're
You know,
talking about earlier. Yeah.
did
but you know,
huh?
I think
yeah,
I
They
started
was
with
paying me. They was paying me shit. I mean,
yeah.
we don't. Yeah, but yeah, I'm worth more than yeah. But I
Yeah.
was a government employee and I was thankful.
well, I will say about that is that we think that, I mean, they did do us that they paid a lot, but the reality is that, what like you're saying, they're shutting shit down. But the reality is that they need to keep it open because all of us are successful. So we
Yeah.
all pay taxes. So they're getting 10 times more than what they invested in us because we took that investment and we have quadrupled it for them because through our taxes.
Say about it though. We don't have a say about it. I mean, you do. You can cut your
No,
little corner.
No, but the
Yeah.
numbers speak for themselves. If you like she says, if you look at the numbers, they speak for themselves.
like
Success.
exactly. Like I feel like I paid
Yeah.
Gary Job Corps like 10 times, about 100 times over,
Mhm.
because of the taxes. Yes, they helped me when I needed it the most, and they provided me room and board. Let's say 50,000 for the year that I was there. It was a small investment considering to the investment that they invested in me so that I can learn, come out here, get a job, and pay. Yeah, and work. And I've worked since then, and I've been paying taxes since then. So
So
they base
why would they cut the budget to that? And
exactly.
it's a free program.
Exactly. It's a program that's bringing them revenue once the student
They're
graduates and
making
becomes successful.
successful
Yes,
citizens of
yes.
society.
I
Why
know.
would you
That's why I don't get
why
it. I was
why
like, you're
I,
getting
I,
money. You're getting money from us when we leave because
I,
I'm
most
so
of us.
glad I didn't help them.
yeah.
I got my certificate and I left.
So did you get your certificate in welding then?
I didn't want to do the whole graduation thing. Yeah, I got my certificates for welding.
Cool. That's cool. Are you welding now, or is that what are you
No,
eating?
I met my husband while I was there, and he joined the army, and I became a stay-at-home wife and stay-at-home mom.
Oh,
are
okay. Congratulations.
like that's the soft life.
Everybody leads different paths. I will say
Yeah,
this
yeah.
to what you were saying earlier, that if it was up to me, even now, I didn't make a lot of money. We were poor. My family was poor. That's the reason why I even left to Job Corps. I wasn't
Mhm.
homeless. My father did have a roof over our heads, but we were poor. We were hand me downs. I'm the oldest. My clothes got handed down to all my brothers and even my sister. That's how poor we were at. But back to the money, I would still do it today, even if they didn't pay me, because the first job I ever got coming out of Job Corps, and I arrived on a Monday. On Wednesday, I had a job working for the state, and they were gonna pay me. I think minimum wage at the time was 5.25. That's how much minimum wage was. I went from Monday to Wednesday, and they offered me a job for the state at $1,400 a month.
Uh-huh.
And I did not take it. I ended up working for my local hospital, and with all the overtime, all the work, I was young. I was putting in long hours. I was making $3,000 a month for a
Oh,
18-year-old kid. That was
oh,
a
that's a
lot of
lot.
That's a
money.
lot of money.
Yeah, and then as you see that, I ended up years later working for dialysis. If you guys know anything about dialysis,
Mhm.
there was days There was days that I worked. There was days that I worked 32 hours because it was in my overtime working for a hospital itself, and I can dialyze 30 people. I was getting paid 125 per patient. I can make one day over $3,000.
Dang.
And
I'm in the wrong
I
business.
feel like Gary really taught us how to work with little money because we were getting $23 every 2 weeks.
Oh, is that
Correct,
what's going on
correct.
with me? Because now that I got money, I'm like spending it like I was like I didn't.
That's probably what it is. Because eventually, I think I was there for a little over 2 years. Eventually, they were like, "Hey, if you guys have been here for like over 2 years or whatever, we're gonna start paying y'all $60." But it was already close to me and my husband leaving.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing, did y'all all survive off of the nearest Dollar Tree? Because when I found out, that was the first time I found out about Dollar Tree was in 2001 in San Marcos, and I was like, where did this store pop up? And everything's $1, and
When I went in 2020, they would let us take the bus to Walmart and Dollar Tree, but when COVID happened, they were like, "You guys got to do Walmart orders or nothing." But I was trying to help other students because nobody knew that if you were at Gary and you were over 18, you were basically considered homeless and you could get on food stamps. So I got on food stamps while I was there.
interesting.
And I was
Yeah.
buying food to sell it to people, and that's how I was making money in there.
The little loopholes.
Yeah.
They
I tried helping other people. I'm like, if you just do the food stamps thing, you'll get it. But everybody was like, oh, I don't want to do all that paperwork. I don't want to do the interview. So they would just buy food off of me. And I was like, oh, well, that's better for me.
Heck, that little hustler there, a little entrepreneur.
Yeah, she was. Yes, she was. When we were at Job Corps, we went by phases. Did you guys have the bronze phase, silver, gold?
I don't remember
Like,
that.
well, ours was like, I
Ours
think
phase?
Mondays we couldn't go off.
Yeah, where we were
Yeah.
at, it was an old military base in Roswell, and we were maybe about 8 miles from the town, but it was open campus except on Sunday. Sunday was the only day that we were locked in.
Oh, yeah. I think, I want to say I was even with Sunday or Monday, but I know we only got those 6 days off, but they went by phases. Because I had AWOL. I went home and I decided I didn't want to go back, but then I came back
Ooh.
anyway, so they got me for AWOL. So
Yeah,
They
because
would call
you
like
can go home
crazy
over
to
the
come
weekend.
back.
West Virginia was 2 hours away from where I was from. So if you live like Leslie lived, he was located there, so he can go home for the weekend. He can do that. We had to like wait in line and request it off. And whatever day you request to come back, that's the day you were to come back. But I didn't. They had me as AWOL.
No, for us, it wasn't like that. If you were an adult, you would just go out the weekend if you signed the paper if you wanted to. And if you were a minor, you had your minor days where they took you to the store.
Oh, okay. Well, they
Oh, no
changed
wonder
a
I had so
lot.
much freedom because I was 21.
Right, that's the difference. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause
You know how
I was 18 when I went there.
No, I was
you-
18 when I went. I only know about the minor stuff because a dear friend of mine that I still talk to this day, he was never allowed to come out with us because he was a minor.
Gotcha.
Yami, did you meet you were saying your husband, did you meet your husband at Gary Job Corps?
Yeah, we met there.
Oh, see, we
Oh,
were talking about success stories. I was telling them that I sent my brother, I told my brother, go, you're not doing nothing, go to Gary Job Corps. And he met his wife and they've been married for 25 years now and they're still counting.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Me and my
Congrats to
husband are
both
about to
couples.
hit
Then
our.
congrats.
Yeah, bathroom. I'm sorry, I
Me,
missed your story. I think that was what is it? Yumi? Yeah,
huh?
Uh,
I missed the story. I'm sorry about that. I went to the restroom and I'm outside, you guys.
how's the weather on your side of the woods?
We have a drizzle today. I like it on the East Coast where the earth doesn't shake or move. Uh, no tornadoes and hurricanes, or is it tornado season is coming, depending on where you all are located, respectively.
We're in hot as hell at Texas.
Me
That
too.
Who,
was
who,
South
who stayed
Texas.
around in Texas? We're in Killeen.
South Texas.
It's supposed to be like 112 today, I think.
Where are you?
We're in Killeen.
Custody too.
I'm in Harlingen, South Texas. Maybe about
Oh, 956. I'm from the
yes,
RGV.
right. 956.
Okay.
That's right. You're from McAllen.
Yeah. Well, we're all
Well,
over
that's
the place.
really
Like, we lived in Far, we moved to Edinburgh.
yeah.
Oh, well, we're way across the map from you guys.
That's always the story that I tell people. My friend, like I was started telling you the story. My friend went to San Marcos, but every time he would hear bad news, he had a girlfriend down here. He thought she was cheating or problems with the family. He would just call me, Frank, come get me. I go and pick him up, and when I left to New Mexico, I told my recruiter, send me as far as you can go because I want to go. I need to go over there and finish whatever I start. And it's actually one of the first things I ever started and finished in my life, you know? And that sort of like starts your building block to
Real shit.
yes, to be successful. Um everybody's talking and I didn't even say it because sometimes you don't want to like make it seem like oh you're more than this and that, but I had I went from nursing to selling mattresses, became an owner. I'm closing down my shop, but I've I've been in the business for 15 years, and I'll tell you what, I was blessed because I didn't even speak English. When my parents brought me from Mexico over here, I didn't speak not one word, and I don't even want to sound rude. My roommates was one was black, the other one was white. I had a Native American in Roswell, and it was all these cultures that I loved that I learned to accept. Not that I didn't back then, but it's all about peace.
No, I
Well, and
feel the
also
same way
too,
you
we're
do because
all
usually in the valley, it was only
Yeah,
a bunch
in the
of
valley there ain't no
Mexicans.
black folks down here.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah,
well,
I didn't
also
even know
too,
what rap was
we were
until
all
I
like, yeah. And I think too, we were all going through the same kind of similar struggles. So it's like, you know what, we ain't got no room to be judging nobody.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
Nobody
I wish
I never looked at
nobody
race. I just never had that in me when I was a kid. I just, yeah. So I always loved different cultures and I learned a lot. So, but
Well,
I mean, like,
I think, at least with me, when I was in the dorms at 21, it was very diverse. But
yes.
everybody, respected everybody. We didn't have drama. We all worked together. I don't know, maybe it was just the era, the scene. It was 2000, what did I say? It was 2001. And it was just a happier time, I think. And everybody was just looking to, just better, improve themselves. So,
See, you was in the 2000s. That's when like everything was just legit open. But
yes.
I was there in the 90s. You gotta
Oh,
and that like she said that they was free to go wherever they want from Job Corps.
you know what, Leslie? Leslie, you said you joined their college program.
Mm.
Did you live on campus? Because when I joined their college program, they actually let me live off campus.
Hello?
I, uh-oh, what's happening?
I think
Everybody's
Everybody,
leaving.
everybody's falling off.
I think everybody's getting disconnected.
Yeah, we have a lot in common. Like I said, I went there and I completed. I was in welding myself. I took welding.
I loved
Okay.
welding. I wish I could have done it as a career, but God had other plans for me.
Well, you never know, never too late. I mean, them welders be getting paid big money. I know a friend of mine is a welder. He gets paid
Yeah.
$40, $50 an hour.
Yeah.
And I think
I
Well,
do want to go back to school eventually for it.
so if you do ever get back in the field and you ever do need a job, I could probably
Mhm.
get you in with Texas Gas.
Thank you so much.
I'm back.
Oh yeah, we're talking about the college preparation program and being on or off campus while you were going to college.
Yeah, so the deal that I was offered was that I had to wait for West Virginia State University and Ben Franklin Career College, which was in Elkins, West Virginia. Elkins, West Virginia, and West Virginia State. The two programs, I wanted graphic arts, advertising, and design. The thing is, I went and I got the training, and 2 to 3 years later, after I graduated with my certificate, that technology was outdated.
Oh yeah.
So even when I came home, I was learning Adobe and Photoshop and all the beats and all the programs of all the machinery and uh, of course the operations of West Virginia State and Ben Franklin Community College. So, but I had to do that out for a semester. They gave me a certificate, but um, prior to that, I had been searching for jobs in the Yellow Pages. I was like calling up my local businesses in Yellow Pages looking for jobs. So they gave me my Rio. Did everybody get their Rio?
Rio, I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure what that
Your
is either.
your readjustment fund after you get out of Job Corps for your trade
Oh no, I
job.
didn't get that. I just got my certificates and I did.
What? They put you still got money. What is
Yeah.
what?
I think
You
I
might have money
can
with
still have the money.
Huh?
a check waiting for me there.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you were supposed to get that.
No,
You signed
well,
and you get
yeah,
a
program
job
I
the
in
did
right
your
way.
take
You need to get
trade.
that.
You can
that
work for
class.
auto mechanics. If you go for auto mechanics, if you go for carpentry, if you go for art, if you go for culinary, nursing, concierge service, whatever they offer, then they're supposed. That's why your pay is so cheap. They set money aside for you in an account. It's called the REO. It comes.
Yeah.
Everything comes up. Rio. John.
Oh, I wasn't sure what that was, but the last class that they put you in when you finish your certificates, um,
Yeah.
I didn't want to do that class. Plus, it was COVID, so all the stress and the teacher that they had for that, he was super mean, and I was like, I'm not doing this class. So I got my certificates, and I waited for my husband to get his date to leave for the army, and I left. So I didn't do it the right way. I just got my certificates and I did.
Well, you might have some change there. There is an office that you can contact to get your remaining
Hi, Candace.
funds. If
Welcome. I know what you're talking about. They give you half when you get terminated. So when I did get terminated, I did get 500 back. But I know you're supposed to
okay,
get like 1,000 back when you go to job.
well, 2,000. I was there for
2,000. Well, I only
I
got
was there for
500. So
3
Oh,
years.
damn. I missed out.
I went there for 3 years. I milked them for every fucking penny they was worth.
And I was
And
trying to
guess
do the same, but my circumstances changed and I had to drop out. But while I was going to college, they allowed me to live off campus. But I had to go down there like once every 2 weeks to pick up like a voucher for gas and food. So they were giving me money for gas and food while I was living off
okay.
campus.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's acceptable. I'll accept it. I'll allow it. I will
Yeah.
allow it.
Yeah. But like I said, now they're benefiting because have a fairly, well job now, so they're getting all their money back, but they put it back into me.
Candace, where are you from? What job corps are you from?
Hey everybody,
Hi.
I didn't want to interrupt. I'm actually from Detroit Job Corps,
Okay.
Detroit, Michigan.
Let's
Yeah, it was
go.
pretty dope when we went. I ended up going for double trade. I think I did CNA and I went for painting.
Okay,
And
that's
so
awesome.
it was pretty dope. I had a ball. I can definitely tell you that. I had some great RAs and we had an amazing time. Like when we came to our little stipends, I believe we got 1,200 when we finished out of everything. But I think I got 24 because I had double majors. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you went for CNA and what?
Painting. So I just did stuff that kept me in the hallways able to talk to people. But yeah,
Hello there.
they definitely we had a ball though. I figured out whatever trade left me in the hallway so that I can talk to people while they walking by. I was a student ambassador for a minute. That was fun. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
It
What
was,
job
Very
it
corps
cool.
was
did
called
y'all come from?
SBA when I was there. I was in that.
Oh yeah, the student government. Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, I mean, kind of that student government. Do you think it like helped you like when you came out in the workforce? Like gave you that confidence to speak up and take on more challenging titles and roles?
No,
Honestly,
not at
no.
all.
Okay.
Honestly,
I'm
I
not
was
gonna
just
lie.
in it
All the stuff
because
I
of the
did,
trip.
I'm actually working with children right now. I'm currently in school to be a drug and alcohol counselor. I want to open up a facility generated towards so when people have addictions, that everybody wants to help the addict. Let's get the addict help. No one takes the time to realize that your child or their child went through that addiction with them. And I want those kids. Let me get those kids because while your parents are getting better, I want you to get better too. So let me get you. So nothing I went to school for.
Right, right,
Really
right.
crazy.
Well, James, where are you coming from for Job Corps?
What's up, James? What's the word?
Man, I went to Job Corps in Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Okay.
And I ended up transferring I graduated from Hot Springs, Arkansas, and I ended up transferring to Turner Job Corps Center in Albany, Georgia for advanced training.
Oh, you just missed a classmate because she did the same thing. She just got off maybe like 30 minutes ago.
Yes. If I can say anything about Job Corps, man, I learned a lot. And I think the most thing that I learned out of it is you have to be adaptable. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be able to adapt to environments. You have to be able to adapt to people because, you had a mixture of different people from different areas, different walks of life. So you had to be, for me, I had a ball. I enjoyed myself. I don't know about nobody else. I enjoyed myself. I got my trade and I met a bunch of cool people. So, I went in there for business. So that's what that was for me.
I got a question for the guys in the group. How many of you guys became superheroes while at Job Corps climbing walls and gates?
That's
To get to
funny.
the different floors.
Hold on. Hold on. I don't know about superhero, but I tried to be the invisible man a couple of times. So hey.
That's
I don't know if y'all remember for those of you in San Marcos where people would sneak out in the train tracks to go out for the night.
Oh no. I was very cautious. I was scared. I was very cautious. I didn't. No, I didn't venture out because it was so dangerous. So I was, like I said, I was, trying not to. I was there for business. So and also too, these are strangers. They're strangers to you too. So you got to be careful.
Okay, but you
Yeah.
gotta think you went to elementary school and you went with a bunch of strangers and you was cool with them.
true. True statement.
Yeah, but children are, a lot nicer than adults. 21-year-olds, they're not always the
They still try to
nicest.
give you candy. They still try. Look, I
Yeah.
work with children. They are nothing but adults without drugs. That's it. Like,
A little bit.
No, when I was there in San Marco, it was awful. It was a lot of minors getting sexually assaulted because they would
Oh
just rinse
wow.
everybody in the same room,
Oh,
no matter the age.
yeah, I remember they had like one dorm would fit like 12 students. Yeah, I think they were co-ed. Yeah, for the younger under 21 and under, they were
Oh,
co-ed
that's
dorms.
crazy.
I didn't
oh,
make it.
y'all
Man,
practically
I
like
didn't get to a
Massachusetts.
co-ed dorm. Okay. I
But
didn't get
when
to
I
a
say
co-ed.
co-ed, I mean like it was the one building, and then you had the what is it, the administrator in the middle, and then it was separate. Then you walk to the left, that's the women's, and then you walk to the right is the men's. So that's like co-ed,
Oh,
but we
that's
all
how it was
shared
for
like
my
the
mom.
community. What is it? Community area, like where the TV's at, the washing
Yeah.
The
machines, and
lounge
all that.
thing.
That's
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
they
cool.
do have that. They introduced us when we walked, like when we first got into the program to that. But then you move to your same sex floor. We even had one girl that came in, and they just knew she was a boy. They they had her in the male dorms for about a week before they realized she was a girl.
Oh, wow.
But
Oh
Take a
wow.
while. It take a second. And
I
that's
mean, but
gracious.
if you seen her, if you seen her, you'd have knew she was. You'd have just swore that was a whole man. But but baby, she unstrapped them titties. These
Y'all
came loose.
funny.
We was
Okay,
like,
what
well,
did I just
okay.
walk into? Because I just left for a second. What happened here?
Listen, I got some wild little stories from my time.
No, you're fine. I just left for a second. I just heard something about some breasts. That's why I was like, wait, what about that?
That's what happened when I was at Gary
Nah, she
after
was going
COVID.
through a wild experience. Yeah. Job Corps is a trying experience. You will have to live it
Man,
to experience that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, For me, I think it was like, so I went to Job Corps when I was 18 and I graduated when I was 21, something like that. But I looked at it like real live college. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I mean, I had
Yeah.
you able to do what you want to do. I was able to do what I want to do on the weekends. I go off campus, give me a hotel room, chill, do all those things. I mean, it was one of those things like I looked at it like college for real. So, and it was crazy. Some of the things that I seen half the time, like, man, look, you had you had Dope Boy 101 in Job Corps.
We had
Yeah.
disgusting things happen when we were there. Like one of the things that I could probably tell you, they they saw people putting what are they called? The word just came to me. The thing that you sleep on your mattress, the mattresses that you had, they took it out of their room and they put it in the dumpster. And a whole bunch of guys with one girl went in the dumpster. And you know what they did?
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty gross stuff that happened when I was there.
We had one girl that had went to a house party. She had gotten roofied, but she was an older girl though. She was like in her early 20s, late 20s. So she had ended up going to a house party and had gotten roofied.
Yeah, see, that's why I just stayed on campus. But like I said, and when I went, everybody was just, about peace and love in San Marcos in the early 2000s and 2001. Um, I mean, there was some issues because I do remember one of the guys that was there. Some other guys were messed with him where he was in the porta potty and they flipped the porta potty over with him in it inside.
True.
So that was one mean thing that happened.
Okay, that is so gross.
I know.
When I was there, I think everybody was just crashing out because of COVID. They just weren't letting us out. Like I remember with my time there, even after a little after I left, like 2 to 3 people died.
Damn. So you couldn't leave at all, not even on the weekends. You couldn't
No,
leave.
we weren't allowed to leave at all for like
What about the
a
Christmas
long time.
break or holiday break?
No, that's what I said earlier. I don't know if you heard me earlier.
Mhm.
If you were here, whenever the people that went to Christmas break left, because
came
they
back
were
after
letting
3
us,
months.
They're gonna come back.
everybody came back, didn't come back for like 3 months because COVID got worse. Since everybody was kind of just together for the holidays, COVID had gotten worse.
Well, y'all, I'm gonna say this because I've been listening to all your stories tonight. I'm grateful that you are bold and confident with your stories. Like I'm just saying that because you went through a lot there, but you still came out as a happy wife, a happy mom, and able to share your story. So I'm grateful for that, and I appreciate you sharing that.
No, yeah, I definitely went through some stuff. When I got there, I was like the most bubbly person you could meet. And like when I started being there for a while, it was the worst. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was something that I'm like, I'm just gonna wake up and try to make it a good day because I didn't want to go to college. So I was like, it's either this or college. And I didn't want to go to college. I tried college and I just couldn't do it. It wasn't for me.
Yeah, I want to say this because why I got y'all on because I didn't get to share this. When I I was like you, I was bubbly and outgoing but I started hanging around people that was from Washington D.C. That's when I actually learned to speak my mind. So when I got back home at the my family, like they turned their backs on me. My friends were like, "You changed. Like, who are you?" Like I was just so hardcore with everything. Like I was brushing everything off my shoulders. I didn't care about anything. And it wasn't because of Job Corps, it's because I saw how free people were when they were speaking their mind and nobody took advantage of them. Nobody took advantage of their niceness. And this is stuff that had happened to me before I got to Job Corps because I was a nice person. And when I realized when you stand your ground, people are not going to walk over you. So I think I took mine a little too far.
Yeah, it's like James said, we had to learn to adapt to a lot of things that we
Yeah.
weren't used to.
But Candace, you still ain't share your story, what you was talking about. I was waiting.
Oh, wait. Oh, what about the titties? Oh,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you was talking about. I was just like, I wanted to hear the
Okay,
story.
like we had a young lady that came in that we just knew was a guy. Like the whole time this lady stayed on the male floor and they didn't know until it was time to really do physicals for a whole week. This lady was upstairs with the guys until it was time to do physical. And then they had to whip them titties out of her ass. And,
Oh,
they
wow.
knew
I was
the
gonna
whole
say a
young lady.
story to that because kind of the same thing happened when I was at Gary. So there was this girl that came in and she fought really, really hard to get in the guys' dorm because she was like, I'm a man, like I see myself as a man and I like girls and this and that. And the only reason they had to kick her out was because when they went in to do room checks, she was having sex with her roommate.
Shit.
Of course. But that's Yami. Yeah, he just took me to another level with that one. But
Yeah.
Olivia, I want to say because I heard you kept using the word cautious, and I had to be cautious about certain things. But I had a friend. She tried to do what I was doing when I told you I did the peeing for everybody.
Uh-huh.
I had a friend, a guy let her do that for him, and she was pregnant, and he. I would always stress this story because I'm like, he took her pee, and first of all, they just, I guess the infirmary, whoever gets back the pee, they laugh for a while because they're like, we know you're not pregnant. So, I mean, he got terminated, but he was so mad with her. And I'm like, why would you ask a female? And he was like, you do it for everybody else. But that's the story of my life when I share it with people. So the cautious part of that is be cautious of who you get to pee for you. Like,
Or at least to be on the same gender, at least.
right.
Yeah, in this big day and age, at this, it don't even matter if it's the same gender because now you don't know who you're dealing with. Yeah,
Or at least to get
I
it.
love
Oh no, we're just talking about just to get a clean urine test.
Yeah.
That's still crazy.
Yeah, but I was telling him a story earlier about how I gave myself
people from
away
Job
when
Corps.
I was on Job Corps.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. I don't know how much she told y'all, but she literally straight Call of Duty style dolphin dived into the fucking trash can.
Not me, the
The
person.
dumpster. Not her.
Wow.
Person.
Yeah. Nah. See, yeah, I wasn't like I said, I wasn't doing none of that kind of stuff. I never even had a boyfriend when I was there. I was like, I'm here on business only. But it's sweet. Like I said, I love to hear the stories about couples meeting. My brother, has been married for 25 years, and he met his wife there at San Marcos Scary Job Corps.
I did not like my husband when I met him. I made the ugliest face ever to him. I hated men. But it just came from like before my husband, I was in a 7-year relationship, so I was like, I'm never gonna date again. So when I met him, I was like, I made the ugliest face, and I was like, I didn't come here to meet a man.
Yes, exactly. Well, I'm glad it worked out for y'all. Now you have a
Yes.
family and doing well. And you gave him a chance.
Did anybody else meet anybody on Job Corps and still do you keep in contact with them?
Ooh, most of my friends are from Job Corps that I still talk to this day.
Yeah, I randomly
Okay.
got who I still talk to. And then so our graduation year was 06. So yeah, Jesus, 20 years ago now that I said it out loud, I just thought of that like
That
literally
was
just
20 years ago.
Oh,
And I guess it's easier, now because back then, like I said, I was using calling cards, and we still had pay phones in our dorms in
Right.
2001.
right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I didn't keep in touch with anybody because I didn't know nobody's phone number, no nothing, So it was like,
Oh, okay. My husband's gonna tell you a story.
We got the pool hall shut down.
That was a quick story and a nice
No, I
laugh.
how?
So over the days that I was there, over weeks and months, a lot of things have happened to where like people were just started fights. One dude cracked another dude upside the head with a pool stick. I think another girl cracked another girl upside the head with a pool stick. Another dude actually hit another dude in the head with a cue ball. But they finally got it shut down because one dude threw a rock through the window, and it like a really big rock, and it busted somebody in the head, and it caused a really big mass fight that stretched all the way from the pool hall all the way to the girls' dorms where I don't know if they had different names back then.
So you have to tell them which one it is.
It was
Is it the three that were together or the
Like
two
yeah, the
It
three
was
that were together,
it was
the
the
Mesquite, Blue Bonnet, and I don't remember the other the
It
third
was
so
one.
one that was
it's
packed out.
it was the females dorm that was it was called Tejas and Guadalupe when we were there. It almost stretched all the way to where the cafeteria was.
Mm. Well, so y'all said this was during the pandemic, so I guess tensions were high.
No, that was when my husband was first there. My husband went way before me.
At the same time, there was a dude who was getting pressed, and a it was only really that big because at the same time there was another dude getting pressed about a red flag that he had, and it started two fights at the same time.
Oh no. So what year was this?
2019, no?
2019.
Oh, okay, I was there in 2001, so it stayed open
Mhm.
for a long time. And I don't like I said, when I was there was no fights because they had a zero
That's
tolerance
crazy. She was
and
there
nobody
when we were
wanted to
born.
get kicked out. I'm guessing because most of us were homeless. But so everybody was like, okay, everybody on their best P's and Q's because nobody wants to get kicked out. So we
I
didn't
think
have
these days parents aren't just not parenting the way they're supposed to. One of my friends that graduated Gary as well, she worked there last year and there was a really bad riot. Like students were punching securities. It was really bad. It got shut down for like 3 days.
Do y'all know what happened with the I don't know, there's a in the news that in one Gary Job Corps, I don't know which one it is, but that a student died, but they're not saying what or how.
In our job corps, at least like 2 to 3 students died, but it was because of heat exhaustion. Like, I know one of the people, they were trying to ask a staff member for water and they weren't giving it to them until they passed out and died. And everybody just kind of got in trouble because I don't know if this was a rule when you were there, but when you're at Gary, you sign a paper where you're not allowed to call 911. So everybody was just like watching their friend die right in front of them, and you
Wow.
were not allowed to call 911. And it was really big. Like they did a GoFundMe. It was in the news and everything.
I didn't hear that at all.
Everybody signs those papers in the first week. So you're not allowed to call 911 while you're there.
I would have been like, okay, I'm gonna call 911 and save someone's life. Oh well, now what
Yeah,
are you
I
gonna
would
do?
have called 911 too.
I
I would
would have
not
called
have
them. I'm
cared.
like, yeah, what are you gonna do? I'll deal with the consequences later.
I'm sorry to intervene and interject, but yeah, that's what we all signed up for. Rest in peace to all the Jobs Corps students who were electrocuted, had their arms and limbs ripped off by spinning motors and machinery, and cancer. They
Or
exposed
welding, because when I was in welding, one of the sparks flew in someone's boot and caught their leg on fire.
Hey,
And
that happened to me.
oh,
I
it
have
happened
a
to you
picture
too.
of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, this shit be real. We signed up for that. We signed up for it. We are the ones who made it out. It's a lot. It's a lot. Dick.
We had one guy who, because I was in HVAC, we had one guy who was being like really stupid, and he busted one, like on purpose, busted one of the lines to the HVAC units, and it shot refrigerant everywhere. The whole entire floor instantly froze.
Oh wow! I was like, what happens? But I guess I know now.
So with
That
refrigerant,
Freon a bitch, ain't it?
yeah, with the Freon, it only takes a split second for it to freeze your in like any part of your body, and then it's gone. Wow.
How many
I don't know
people
if
did
you
he
remember
fuck
the
up?
other
How many
thing that
people
was
did he
called.
fuck up? No. How many people did he fuck up? I want to know.
So he luckily nobody got hurt, but he froze his boots.
Oh shit!
He
Well,
froze
at least
his boots, but luckily nobody got hurt.
well, that's a lesson
Friends,
learned. I guess
friends
everybody
with
he
him.
learned that day. Make sure you have your PPE or was it PPE on?
You
Yeah.
friends
Yeah.
with him to this day, ain't you?
So what all trades did everybody take?
I was
I took
culinary
HVAC.
arts.
Welding.
I was
Y'all,
boarding.
y'all friends right now, ain't y'all?
I know, yeah, Yami, you're right down the street from me, so I would say, yeah.
The what?
So
I
Yami, what
did
trade were
concrete
you?
I was in
concrete
welding.
Welding.
Okay, and Olivia, you were in
Yeah, welding.
okay.
Okay.
Well, I took 3 trades and college while I was there.
I took 2 in college. That's awesome. Good for you.
I did
Yeah.
HVAC and then proceeded to go do corrections outside of Gary.
Well, that was before you went back, and then you were doing it to join the army, and you finally did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My brother went to what did you say, correction? But he didn't.
Correction.
Yeah, he didn't pursue that when he left. He said it was too hard it was too rough there in the jail systems, and he's a littler guy. He's a littler guy, so he just said no way. There was too rough. It was too rough for him.
When I went, I think I had just turned 8 or 19 whenever I had went into the corrections, and I don't know. I just felt like I wasn't ready for all of that.
Yeah. But you know what? He did learn a lot because he can restrain and subdue you really quickly. I was like, damn, man. and he still knows that, 25 years later. But then again, he always liked wrestling and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that's stuff they actually try to like actually drill into you because it's stuff that you actually need, and then it's just something that sticks with you.
yeah, exactly. So I feel confident that he can protect and defend his family if needed.
Hmm.
Well, guys, I'm not trying to rap. We've been
No.
great on here. It's been great. I'm going to try to move this to Monday if you guys are interested in doing this a lot. I don't know because I'm going to post it. It's being recorded. I am editing, so don't worry about certain things that's going to be on there.
Oh,
No, I don't want to discuss you getting caught by the. Even though it's funny to me, we all went through something. I'm talking about somebody pissing, getting pregnant, and he ain't even a woman. So interesting stories here. But
Say that earlier that they were like.
if you guys are
really
cool with being posted on YouTube, it will be under my logo and it will be audio, so nobody will actually see faces or videos. They just hear our voices right now. But I'm gonna post the video once I do it. I'm gonna post this. So the
Yeah,
page.
absolutely. I hope to see, your platform grow because like I said, I think, this is great for Gary Job Corps alumni to come back together and just talk about these good old times.
Yeah, because I mean, when you hear people story, a lot of people that was on tonight, which was great. I heard a lot of great stories, and a lot of people accomplished a lot. So I'm just grateful for that. And James, I'm sorry you missed a lot of stories. You came in at the end, so
Oh, cool.
but you can go back and watch it. That's the great thing about it. It's recorded, so you got plenty of time to go back and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm in,
and
I'm
also
in so many groups for Job Corps. Which group was it posted on again? Because the post went
I
away.
just did the Illumini one because I'm only on that one. I didn't know it was many until tonight when I was posting and they kept suggesting me. So I was like, well, that's going to be a lot of people to try to reach out. I want to try it first to see how it works out, if I can actually get people into the meeting first. But thank you for Olivia because Olivia was trying. I didn't want to log off because of you. So this is because of you too. That's why I've been more focused on you tonight because you kept trying. So I was like, I'm going to wait for her.
thank you. And I know, and I was like,
Yeah,
and I don't know
because-
what
and
time it is over there. What time is it for y'all over there?
It's
Are we-
11:06 p.m. right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, you stayed on late.
I got on at 9. I've been on since 9. I'm a night owl, so I'm up.
Oh, okay, because I saw your
Yeah.
time between 6 and 7, and it was, I think, 8 o'clock.
Oh,
when
because
I saw it.
you know why? Because my thing won't change. It's on Pacific time for Los Angeles, and it won't
Okay.
change. So every time I put 9 p.m. to 10, it's still 6 to
Yeah.
7.
Gotta get
Oh, I'm
Who
glad I
was the
tried
one that was
then.
still here in Texas?
Huh?
Who was the one that was still here in Texas?
I'm in Texas.
She's in Texas, and
What-
then
what city?
Constantine was
Austin.
in Texas.
Oh, you in Austin?
I'm in Austin.
Yeah. Me and Les are in DMV area. We're in the Eastern time.
Tell your
Oh.
husband too. If you ever get back into the workforce, I got a job for you.
Brown
You're in
Rock.
Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're in Eastern time. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, all right, guys. Well, I do thank all of you for joining. My co-host could not join tonight because she had to work. Because she the one does all the questions. See, I like to listen to discussions. Like, she's going to be digging deep. So, yeah.
I'll definitely be there. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so it's like the only adult conversations that I have during the day.
That's hilarious.
Hey, Yami, I was gonna say, Yami, look me up on Facebook, Olivia Herrera.
Let's see.
Yep. Look at that. See,
I
you
did.
made a friend, Yami, and y'all made friends. See? Look, and Olivia already mentioned how she come to do business. She not trying to make friends. Now she making friends on the podcast.
Welcome to Let's Talk Job Corps. Tonight, we taking a trip down memory lane. Everybody got a story, so let's talk about it. Welcome to the show, come and tell your story. Job Corps days, all the pain and glory. Good times, hard times, friendships we made. Laughs and lessons that never faded. What was your trade? What was your plan? What did you dream of becoming as a man? When you graduated, where did you go? Are you still in your trade? We wanna know. From the classrooms to the skills we learned, through every challenge and every bridge we burned. Some found careers, some found their way. Some found love that still lives today. But somebody at Job Corps started something real, turned into forever, that's a story we feel. Different journeys, different roads we cross, but every experience shows us what we learned in life. Talk Job Corps, tell us what you know. The memories, the stories, and the places that we go. Let's talk Job Corps, come and join the conversation. Different lives, different stories, one shared experience. So sit back, relax, bring your memories with you, whether it was the good, the bad, the funny, or the unforgettable. This is your story. Welcome to Let's Talk Job Corps.